What's kosher, boys? It's me, MCM Reviews, back at it again. Tried to keep true to my word with uploading once a week, but things got in the way, so couldn't really help it. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try for every 2 weeks now. Every other week seems more doable. But this week I am talking about and reviewing my favorite show of all time, arguably the best show ever created, Over the Garden Wall. Over the Garden Wall is a 10-episode animated mini-series created by Patrick McHale. It aired on Cartoon Network in the autumn of 2014. It's a good ride. It's a fun romp. But I absolutely fucking love this show. Guys, listen. This show is so close to my heart. It's like an autumn tradition of mine now to watch it every episode, every night, for the entire duration of the fall season. It's like I watch it every night as I'm falling asleep. I know every episode inside and out. I know the characters. I know the story beats. I even know a few of the theories, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Let's start off with the cast. So, one of my favorite aspects of the show is the amazing cast. The vocal talents they got for this show is just extraordinary. You have the likes of Elijah Wood as the main character, Wirt. You have Christopher Lloyd of Back to the Future fame as the Huntsman. John Cleese from Monty Python. Tim Curry from, well, I don't even need to say what Tim Curry's from. Yeah, you have those guys, and it's just how they managed to get those names, like those big names for a show like this on Cartoon Network is astounding. I mean, it's a very artistic show. It's very story-driven. Not the usual type of children's animated program that you'd find on TV nowadays, but the fact that they got these big name people is pretty astounding. The story is you have Wirt and his half-brother Greg here. It's Halloween. They're traveling through the woods. They're a bit lost. They're like stumbling around. They can't find their way home, and Wirt starts panicking, asking like, "Hey, maybe should we get directions? I don't know." They then spend a whole bunch of time just wandering through the woods, interacting with different characters, getting into a lot of just outrageous situations with outrageous people. Sometimes coming closer to finding their way out, sometimes being pushed farther away, ultimately to come out on the other end, back home. I recommend you check it out. It is so beautiful. The animation, the art is very reminiscent. It pulls influence from early, like, Max Fleischer Studios animations like Betty Boop, Looney Tunes, in the style where it's like a lot of it is like fluid. It's very like wobbly and stuff. It's not. It's done computer digitally, but it has a very hand drawn feel to it. It's very reminiscent of early 30s, 40s animation, which I love. I want to see more animations get back to that. A lot of cartoons nowadays, it feels like they're all in the same style. They're all, you can see how they're influenced by each other. I want to see more things where it's like a callback, more animations and programs where it's a callback to cartoons and animations from the olden days and like the pioneers of animation in the 30s, like Disney and Fleischer. But hopefully we can see more of stuff like that. I also want to see more programs where it's there's like a distinct, clear narrative, and they stick to that. They tell the story that they want to tell, and that's it. Like this, it was a 10-episode miniseries. Each episode was 11 minutes, so it's a little over an hour and a half. But it's such a satisfying, tight story, and yeah, you'd like to see more, but you're satisfied with what you get. Same with Gravity Falls. It's just a 2-season show. Alex Hirsch told the story he wanted to tell, and that's it. And I don't like seeing shows where they draw out. Like, they start off with a clear story and narrative, but then due to the popularity of it, they're like, all right, well, we're gonna keep it going and milk it for all we can get. I want to see more things where, like I said, it's a tight narrative. They stick to what they want, and then that's it. That's what they get. That's what you get. And then the creators, the artists, can go on to other projects and then keep doing that, where it's not drawing you out for a big story, but they give you multiple tight, isolated stories. So, yeah. Some theory, a big theory about the show, like what it all means, is is that when they fell into the river, they were in a limbo purgatory state, and that's what the unknown is. It was life, in the middle of life and death, and that's why you have characters that look like they're from the 17th, 18th, 1900s, why like you have them all, like all these different time periods and styles mixing together. It's like a melting pot of like spirits in like an in-between life and the afterlife state. And it also works well with that theory is starting off in autumn and then transitioning into winter. The more Wirt is giving up on, like, is losing hope and giving up on trying to find an exit to the from the unknown, he's the winter is coming on. And in folklore and literature, winter coming on is a symbol of death. Like snow, cold, ice, it symbolizes death and stuff, and that's why the theory that they are in this limbo state makes the most sense. I mean, Patrick McHale has never come out and stated what the actual meaning of the show is, but he really likes the different theories. It's kind of like open for interpretation type of deal. But yeah, I really recommend you guys check it out. It is my absolute favorite show of all time. I love it. I'm counting down the months till mid-September so I can start watching this again. I want to watch it like every day, but I don't want to spoil myself. I want to keep it like a nice autumn tradition thing for me. So so yeah, that was my Over the Garden Wall review. Hopefully it makes sense. I want to do it justice. I tried writing a script for this, but I noticed while I was writing, I was missing key things, which is weird. I feel like you would miss those while doing off the cuff stuff, which, yeah. But I don't know. Following a script for me is kind of hard when I'm not playing a character, when I'm not telling like an actual story or something. So I kind of like this format I'm doing, where I sit down in front of a camera with a microphone and talk about things I like. So yeah, thank you for tuning in this time. Hopefully I can get something out in 2 weeks. I'll probably do what I did with the last ones, where I did a big review like this, and then I do like a smaller one, vlog style, and then I come back to this. I'm gonna hopefully try to do that, but yeah. Thanks for watching, and see y'all next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this one like start with that like happy groove.
And I was just gonna
do like an epic chorus, then go back to the happy groove, and then like deteriorate and do the last song. It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
Laugh for that.
I'm like, it's funny. It's funny.